we're standing here with Mike Swauger, a.k.a. Swagzilla. A lot of guys back in Delaware, we had odds on you, and I didn't catch what happened this morning, but I did get a call, actually, from Delaware telling me to come find you and talk to you and find out what was going on. So I was there 4 miles when you first got the car, and you went out and you were a beast on the track. So just give me a quick rundown of your feeling on the car, confidence level coming into the event, and essentially, you know, how you feel about the Xray scale going forward.
Xray car has tons of potential. 4 miles was our first race. We did really well, but you know, Ralph and I had tons of experience on that track, so that made up for maybe a little bit of the car.
Yeah.
At that race, we just mostly tested on the car, got the car good. We didn't have the clutch, so this race was the first time we ran the clutch. But going to this race, I had tons of confidence.
Gotcha. So at the World event, you guys are still running through a little bit of R&D, which is okay. The car has been on the, actually, really and truly hasn't even really hit the market yet because we really can't get parts for the car.
No.
I've had a lot of requests for the kit. So at this point, you know, I saw you run on Thursday, and it was amazing. So that being said, you know, how do you feel for the season upcoming?
Oh, this race did not change any way I felt for the rest of the year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, especially now that, you know, the last couple of months was hectic for me because I moved to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Getting my own track started, so I haven't had time to test, do anything RC.
Yeah.
So hopefully the track will be up probably the next 2 months.
So, well, take an opportunity to promote the track. I had no idea you were starting a facility in Hawaii. Give us the name, the location, and...
Location, I don't have by heart, but it's called 808 Raceway and Hobbies. We hope to be running in June. And hope to have our first big race in November.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll make sure to you know, do our best to promote you on SkyrocketRacing.com. So, question for you: there were a couple of issues. Maybe I don't know if you want to call them issues, but tires were a big deal here. Can you talk? Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about the tires?
Well, the thing is, it came out to Switzerland. It was some known people saw things, but you couldn't smell it. There's no way to detect it. And so we left there, and I was like, it's not that big a deal. We went to Houston last year for the train car, and I knew a few guys talking, and still I was like, it's NASCAR.
Right.
How big is the difference?
Right.
So a couple of Europeans was like, hey, you got to try this. So I tried it. It's 4/10 a second. So I'm like, cool.
4/10 of a second just on compound. Wow.
For the whole 10 minutes.
That is, you serious? For the... So normally, in case guys out there, tire additive, in my experience, especially over a longer period, it kind of fades out. It starts out really strong, get a lot of traction, but normally throughout the course of the race, it fades out. So if this tire compound was lasting 10 minutes, well, it certainly would have had an effect on the qualifying for this event.
The stuff they use is more of an oil base. So what I was told they do is they, you know, a month, 2 months before, they coat the tires, let the tires sit, and then off they go, and it's totally undetectable.
Wow. Okay. So, you know, for those of us that haven't been following the world, essentially what happened is you have to true your tires and store your tires with event marshals, and you can't touch your tires again until they bring you your baggie out to the track, which I'm sure was a little bit disconcerting because some people like to true their tires as track conditions change during the day. So, I mean, it definitely probably threw some things going on. So the other big thing is the weather. So Formula One last year, the weather was like the biggest thing throughout the year, and it's interesting to see the weather play the same role here in RC racing. So give us a little bit about what happened today in the rain.
And it's a bummer to see a race like this short. You know, because there's so many different strategies. Dario's on a 2-stop, tire strategy. Robert, you know, was running fast on a 1. Fukuda was running fast on a 1, and Shimo came out of nowhere. I don't even know if he stopped the tires.
As far as I could tell, he didn't stop for tires, and he was in second place, and then he pit for gas, and that put him back to 4th because everybody was running so close. Xray even got hit with that as well, and then 2 minutes after, or a minute and a half after, they called the race. So he went from 2nd to 4th, and that was the final.
I mean, because the rule states it's 1.5
75% actually is the rule. 75%, which would have been 45 minutes. So had the rain come 2 minutes earlier, we would have been running tomorrow.
And if Dario could have stayed, because he did that tire stop right before it started raining, I think I should have maybe tried to stretch it. Because he was still running fast.
Wow. So again, I mean, you know, the excitement that was here, I tell you, if anybody has an opportunity to come out to one of these world events, not only do you get to meet the celebrities of the RC world, but you also get to kind of see and feel and experience some of the excitement behind, you know, these last minute decisions. And strategy is a key issue, especially when you're running for an hour.
Yeah.
So thanks, Mike. I really appreciate you taking the time with us here at 808 Raceway and Hobbies in Hawaii in June, and we'll have more information on that on the internet.
Cool.
Perfect. Thanks.